What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back and we're doing another movie review today, and we will be reviewing Christopher Robin. Yes, Christopher Robin. If you guys do not want to be spoiled, then click off the video. If you guys have already seen the movie, let me know what your thoughts are about the movie in the comments down below. I'm going to give you guys my full explanation of the movie, to not probably bit by bit, but I'm going to just summarize it for you guys, and also my experience. But also, I'm going to say this. This movie was very pure. It was a true Disney movie. It kept true to the culture of Winnie the Pooh, and Ewan McGregor did an amazing job as a Christopher Robin. I give his performance a 10 out of 10. Uh, there was things in this movie that really make you feel like a little kid again. I know it did me, just watching this. It made me literally feel like a little boy again. You know, growing up with Winnie the Pooh, because I loved Winnie the Pooh growing up, and it was it's very close to my heart, because it's one of those things where, you know, your childhood, you have certain things that you really take, not really take for granted, but you really enjoy it, and then there's sometimes you don't realize, oh my gosh, I love this character, or I love this story. And we do see where they put it in a great direction with Christopher Robin leaving to go to boarding school, and then they're very strict on him. So then he also finds out that his father died while he was very young, and then he gets out of boarding school. Then later on meets his wife Evelyn, and they get married and soon have a child. But he also has to go to war, so he's now, you know, boarding school with his dad, and then his wife, and then he's off to war, and he doesn't come back until his daughter's, like, I want to say, like 5 years old, and then he starts working at a place called Winslow Industries, and they are a baggage company, and he's always working. He doesn't pay attention to his family. And when that happens, you see where Pooh wakes up one day looking for his friends. He cannot find them, so he goes through the tree, ends up in London while Christopher Robin is still working. And he tells his wife and daughter to go ahead to college because he has to work this weekend for a very big deal. If he does not come through on his end, then the whole, maybe either the whole department will be shut down, or a lot of people will be let go and not have a job. So it's really up to him. And throughout the entire movie, you see where he is struggling between still being an adult and these responsibilities he has, and still trying to care about his childhood friends. And when he goes back, he does run into all of them, and he starts, you know, looking for everyone, and he has to convince them that he is Christopher Robin, that he is the same person. But a lot of them don't recognize him. The only one that did recognize him was Pooh, because Pooh, uh, again, this is like, I want to say this is a 30-year gap. I want to say this is about a 30-year gap. That's the best I can come up with, because he had to be, like, I want to say, like 7 or 8 years old when he left for boarding school. And when it was very that he recognized him after all these years, and then even though him and Pooh did have a disagreement with him almost losing his files, and then he convinces everyone that he is Christopher Robin again, and he also explains to them that he also wants to make sure that they find everybody, and that he does, but he also makes sure that they all understand, okay, he has to go back, and he does, but then his family does see him, and he basically informs them that he does have to go back, and it really makes his family upset. And then while he's on his way back, he starts acting like, you know, a kid again. But we also see where the others find the papers that he did not bring, due to Tigger doing something, but it was really funny. And we also get to see where we saw they meet Madeline, of course, Christopher's daughter, and she becomes fond of them. And what's so interesting is that she does take them to London after they tell her what's going on, and her mother does find out, so she chases after her daughter, and they finally end up in London after going through all these turmoils and everything. But then at the very end of it, you see where Christopher does realize that his daughter and his family is more important, and his wife does meet his childhood friends as well as his daughter. And he also realizes a solution to the problem, and he presents it to the son and the owner of the company. But the son don't really want to hear. He thinks he's gone nuts, and the owner actually likes it because he tells him, "Okay, well, what if we, you know, have people paid vacations, paid jobs, less than the amount of the pay so people can't afford it, and then we'll make more money. And they're like, okay, well, how does this work? So explain it to him, and he basically says that he's not going to be pushed around by somebody, that all he wants to have him do is work. So it does end up for the best, and then you do see where at the end of the movie he does end up with everyone, and they're having a lunch picnic out in the 100 Acre Wood, and it just ends with him and Pooh like it did in the beginning. And again, hats off to Jim Cummings, hats off to Evan McGregor for their performance. It was flawless, 10 out of 10. This movie had every little thing that would make you want to go. I mean, I saw this online. I wanted to go see it in theaters. I wanted to definitely. I may just go see it in theaters again because it was that good, guys. I really don't. I have a lot of problems with this movie. Only problem I had was probably wasn't long enough. But this movie again was flawless. It was. It really had everything you wanted in a movie. It was very. It had the action, the adventure, the comedy, the drama. It had everything you could really want out of a Disney film, out of the Winnie the Pooh film, because they did everything so good. They crossed every T with these characters, literally, when, you know, such as Pooh doing his morning song, Tigger doing his song, which I love because Tigger is my favorite character. And we also saw every characteristic of the character, how they acted, from Piglet to Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, Owl, Rabbit, Kanga, Roo, and we saw all of them. The only one we did not see in the movie was Gopher. That was the only one we did not see. Yes, I am Winnie the Pooh. I did grow up watching Winnie the Pooh, guys. So, but this again, they really did an amazing job making sure that every T was crossed. Because I'm sure there was going to be people that was going to critic the movie. There's probably people that are still criticizing the movie. Again, this was still very good. I wish they would show the other characters a tiny bit more. Due to there was a few things that they showed in the trailer that did not do, or certain things they said, like when he says I'm lost, and Pooh says you just gotta remember who you are, and it was in there, but it was not in there, if that makes any sense, because he's basically talking to him on their little tree step that they sit on, and he's basically telling him, you know, you were lost, but I found you, and that was probably like the best heartfelt moment within the entire movie. And also when he tells his daughter that nothing matters other than her and her mother. But again, this made me feel like a little kid again. This made me feel like a little boy again. That is something very rare for a movie that makes you feel like that, especially, you know, no matter what age you are, guys. I'm sorry. If you enjoy Disney, if you enjoy Winnie the Pooh, go see this movie. I'm a 25-year-old guy, and I love this movie. This is something I absolutely love. The song they used for the trailer, One Foot in Front of the Other on Walk of the Moon, that was a great song that choice they did for the trailer as well. Again, this movie had everything. And are they going to make a second one? There's been talks so far, but I would think they need to let this simmer for maybe close to a year before they actually do make a full decision. Maybe they can make Madeline the center of the show, or the movie, to make basically have Christopher still there, but also try to maybe pass it on to her. It may work, it may not work, but again, that's just a theory. But guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Did you go see the movie? Who'd you go see it with? Did you notice anything you did not like about the movie? I'd like to know what was your favorite part of the movie. I liked it all. It was really hard to not go into everything, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Links down in the description. Click the notification bell, guys. Also subscribe if you guys are also new to the channel. Thank you for subscribing as well. If you're new, consider about subscribing for more movie reviews, more movie news as well. Again, what did you think about Christopher Robin? Do you think it lived up to Winnie the Pooh? I think it did. Full success. I'd give this movie again a 10 out of 10. But let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I'll see you guys on the very next video.